So you're going to keep an eye on him for sure. But no, when I talk about feeling the pressure, it's the only race I've ever thrown up before. I was so nervous. And so here we go. Gates down. We're off and rolling. C-Class out on track.
Two riders getting stuck there in the gate. Let's see who it is out front, and that's going to be the number 66 with the hole shot, but he is going to get overtaken by two Yamahas.
So Talon Christie grabbing that early hole shot, but quickly losing it to two Blue Crew riders out there. And one of the things here in this 450C class, sure it's 450C, but there are plenty of 250s out there. And it looks like that's Dagan Strickland. That's a Carolina boy sitting there in the second place spot. He has been one to watch, won his area qualifier, if I remember correctly. And so the 36 of Strickland sitting in second, the number 71 leading the way right now, Jared Cannon coming out of Daytona Beach, Florida. So now watching your two leaders already trying to break away a little bit. Looks like we got a Honda trying to join in as well. Not sure if that was your early hole shot winner. Look at the scrub there from Talon Christie headed off into Storyland. I don't know if that was just extreme style or if that was a slippery jump face, but he was able to pull it off as they head back towards the backside of the track.
Through Storyland they go and back out, headed into the waterworks.
And Jackson, as we can already see, yellow flags flying in a couple spots. The chaos that ensues in the midst of the pack out here at Loretta's, and especially here in these C classes. Riders giving it absolutely everything they got as we point our attention to the sand section, getting ready to go up and over the Rocky Mountain, and it is the number 71, Jared Cannon, still leading the way. Strickland now coming under pressure. He takes a wide line, getting ready to come into the main section. Might be looking at a pass. And he does, loses that second place spot there. And as they come by the tower, it's going to be the number 11 overtaking that second place spot. So Easton Guinness there moves into the number 2 spot. Green flag's flying, green flag is flying. Here comes your leader. And he better watch out. Oh, one rider going down, coming towards the finish line. Not sure who that was.
That is the number 11. That just overtook second.
Easton was headed towards the front in a hurry too, putting on one heck of a lap. But as they come across the line, it is Jared Cannon leading the way. Dagan Strickland now checks into that second place spot. Talon Christie running in third. Cameron Arthur fourth, and Chase Haynes rounding out the top 5.
Here on lap number 1, Noah Burnett is going to be in that 6th place position. In 7th, we got Stephen Copeland. In 8th is going to be Baylor McKellar, and then in 9th we got Tyler Hicks, followed by Kerry Owings in that 10th spot. He's going to be on the number 67 Gas.
Look at what we've got on screen here. All the folks back at home on Racer TV watching a 3 to 4 rider battle in one corner as they make their way through the 10 Commandments. The 71 leading the freight train, as we got a Kawasaki headed towards the front as well.
I believe that's going to be Chase Haynes there on his Kawasaki, going to get a 2-for-1 special there in the 10 Commandments.
Ran it up that inside. Jackson was able to pick them both off there in the 10 Commandments, and he's not finished yet. He's got his sights set towards his podium spot. So Chase Haynes makes quick work as he heads into Storyland, getting around the number 71, I believe. We'll check to see as they're coming out. Yeah, so we have a new leader out on track. Chase Haynes on the number 79, muscling his way to the front of the field here in the 450C class. So Chase Haynes coming out of Scottsdale, Arizona on the Kawasaki, getting the job done right now. And 71 should still be in that second place spot. Strickland now starting to apply the pressure in third.
So once again, the number 79 of Haynes on his Kawasaki moving up to the lead. And as you can see there on the left hand of your screen, he was in 5th just a lap ago, so making moves early here at Loretta Lynn's.
Yeah, without a doubt, and I believe Haynes is actually skying this big triple here beside the tower, as well as we saw one more rider, the number 42 of Joseph Scotto, uncorking that thing as well. But right now, it's all the Cowie out front, got the red gear to go along with it, looking good. Chase Haynes leads the way. Now on your screen, I believe that's Strickland there on the Yamaha, and he's coming under pressure from what should be Talon Christie. Might be Cameron Arthur, actually.
I believe it is Cameron Arthur as he shoots to the inside here to try to make a move. And I believe he's going to be able to make it stick. He does.
Yeah, Strickland been trying these outside lines. That's the second time I've seen him get past on the inside there. So Strickland going to have to start protecting the inside out here. But I understand what he's doing. Sometimes these insides are so deep, you don't get a good drive coming out of the corner.
Now that KTM has his sights set on the Yamaha in front of him. That's going to be the number 71 of Jared Cannon. As he makes his way into the 10 Commandments, we'll see what they're able to do here.
And a couple of riders getting clean runs through the Commandments there. I believe that was the number either 97 or 83, but actually going triple out of the Commandments, making up a lot of time there.
And Zach, the nerves are so high for all of these C-Class riders there. For everybody here at Loretta Lynn's, you can't just shake off all the nerves. It doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna have some nerves. Even the most courageous people will feel the burden of racing here at Loretta Lynn's, but especially here for these C-Class guys, I'm sure some of them are getting comfortable. Some of the nerves are working off, and they said, hey, it's go time, let's go.
Absolutely, yeah, the adrenaline drops. You take that sight lap, and then it's all bets are off. But right now, what you're gonna start seeing is riders settle into a pace. You've got some that'll start working their way towards the front, some that'll just kind of hang out, run consistent lap times, and where they finish is where they finish. But right now, Chase Haynes, no time to calm down. He had to pick up the pace and work his way into the front, running a 2:10 lap time the last time around.
And
looking
Zach,
good.
He is going to be able to get about a whole section ahead as he comes through the Polysport Pond sweeper here. We are just now coming out of the Rocky Mountain. And here comes the KTM number 83 through the sand sweeper here at the Polysport Pond and into the finish.
Makai Ulrich, the number 83, shown as 7th the last lap around, now moving into, I believe, the 2nd place spot. So Ulrich getting the job done and moving forward quick. Strickland now on screen with 2 more riders trying to run up the inside.
Zach, I believe we just saw Ulrich there in that 125C. He was your Moto winner, sitting in about 6th or 7th here right now.
And talk about an advantage mentally coming into this race. One of the only riders that has probably seen the track earlier. And so, yeah, Makai Ulrich.
So it was not Cameron Arthur that I thought it was. It is Makai Ulrich into that 2nd spot. That's the number 83. That is your 125C Moto winner. So, Zach, he has a little bit of advantage here getting out on the track already. Advantage and disadvantage when he got out there, though. That was a lot of energy that it took to win that 125C class.
Absolutely, yeah. He's a little physically drained compared to the rest of the field, but he may have that mental edge of knowing what lines are good, where I should push and where I shouldn't. And right now it seems to be paying off as he finds himself in 2nd place.
And Zach, as I look here, he is on a 2-stroke machine, and that is a 125, I can tell from here. So he is on that same bike he won the 125C class on, here battling with the 450s.
She's twisting and she's screaming and she smells good while she's doing it. The 2-stroke getting it done out here in the 450C class, as we see the number 71 of Cannon under heavy pressure as he heads off into Storyland.
And Zach, you know why that is. He is only 15 years old. I do not know that he is even old enough to ride a 450 here if he wanted to.
Yeah, one of the newer rules there as far as an age limit on the size of motorcycle, and so choosing to run that smaller size bike here in the 450C class, and that is not necessarily a disadvantage. It might hurt him a little bit on the start, but this is not one of those tracks where riders find themselves in
and
3rd, 4th gear.
And somebody's going down there on a KTM.
Missed it right here on screen. Gonna have to see how they all shake out. One rider coming down right before the sand section.
Ulrich is still up and on the move, so that was not him as he comes around the Polysport Pond sweeper. He looks like he might be setting his sights there on the Kawasaki. Able to gain a little bit of ground that last time around.
And there is the Kawasaki, the 79 of Chase Haynes, checks in for another lap, drops it down to a 2:11, so only about a second slower than the previous lap, feeling confident out front. Look at him tiptoeing his way, headed into the Yamaha Mechanics area. Ooh, getting a little sideways there, grabbing a handful of that Kawasaki power, but he is looking good out front. Makai Ulrich still hung strong in 2nd. Joseph Skoto on the number 42, he now jumps up into the 3rd place spot on the Yamaha. So Skoto making moves as well. Tucker Zimmerman on the 94 finds himself in 4th.
Zach, I believe we're about to see a battle here between Ulrich and Haynes, as they were about a whole section apart. Now they are about to hit the 10 Commandments, and they're going to be in it at the same time, so he is gaining ground.
We say it all the time, Jackson. If you can see him, you can catch him, and I think Ulrich is able to pick out that red gear in front of him.
I saw Haynes take a look over to his right, and he saw Ulrich coming, so he knows he has got to get on the move if he wants to hang on to this one.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see the lap time for your leader the next time around, whether Haynes drops the hammer and picks the pace back up. He's got a little bit of a lead, not under any immediate pressure, but Mekhi Ulrich is there, and he's getting closer.
As we see the number 94 on screen, that is Tucker Zimmerman. He is on a two-stroke himself, making his way into Storyland.
And Tucker coming out of North Carolina as well. The Triangle Cycles back. Yamaha having a strong ride. He's been ticking and ticking away as he finds himself inside the top 5 now.
We have about 4 minutes left here in this one.
And look at how careful these riders are having to be. This is on the very backside of Storyland, coming by the waterworks there.
We saw the mini seniors having some problems there.
We saw Mike Brown having problems there.
Exactly.
It's definitely tough. And look at the form there of Haynes coming around that outside. The Polysport Pond, I don't think the butt touched the seat once. Just staying on the pegs, looking very sound. Another glance over the shoulder.
And Ulrich knows he has got him in his sights. The sights are set.
And I do believe I saw the 2-lap card come out, so 2 laps to go. Looks like it is out. So Ulrich got to do it now if he's going to make it happen.
And down the wall of fame they go back into the start straight. You see the 79 on screen of Chase Haynes.
And Zimmerman now finds himself, I believe, in the 3rd place spot. We see 4th on our bottom screen, but 3rd on Racer TV screen. So yes, Tucker Zimmerman makes the pass, now finds himself in that final podium spot.
So 2 strokes up in the mix here for the podium. And Ulrich is gaining. Haynes looking over to see where he's at. He needs to keep his eye on the prize as Ulrich is making his way up. And I'd like to welcome Kellen back into the booth here. I got you turned up, my man.
All right.
What are you seeing so far here in this one?
Well, it looks like we're going to have ourselves maybe a little bit of a battle down the stretch here. Haynes has been leading this thing for a while, but like you said, Ulrich, he's been trying to reel him in. And as we come out of Storyland, coming down by the beach, I think that the fans on the sidelines there are going to get a good view of how close this battle's starting to tighten up out front.
Up and over the Rocky Mountain they go. Like you were saying, we are liable to see a battle here in this 450C. The guys know there's 2 laps to go, just a few more turns, and it'll be the white flag.
So here they come through that Polysport Pond area, and you can definitely tell that Ulrich is making that gap come down slowly but surely. He might be running out of time with that white flag waving. There it is, waving just now for our race leader coming by, Chase Haynes. You can see Ulrich there in the background. It is tightening up, but is he going to run out of time?
Whether Ulrich is able to catch him or not, this next time he will get the 2nd gate pick, and he knows he has the speed to contend with him. So that 2nd moto is going to go down. I'm sure Tucker Zimmerman right there as well on his 2-stroke. He's about 21 seconds back from Ulrich, but he has had to work his way up through the pack to get into that podium spot.
Yeah, and also in the 4th position, we see Dondre Ruse, who was up in that 125C Moto earlier on today as well. So we're seeing a lot of familiar faces already early in the day. We're not even at noon yet at the ranch, and we're seeing guys running their 2nd motos already. Not for the same class, obviously, but having to do 2 motos before lunchtime.
And it just shows Ulrich's fitness out here, that he's able to go back-to-back motos and be in contention there for both of them. So Chase Haynes out front on the number 79 Kawasaki. Mekhi Ulrich sitting in that 2nd spot on the number 83. The number 94 Yamaha Tucker Zimmerman in 3rd spot. Dondre Ruse sitting in that 4th spot. Reed McCarthy gonna hold down that 5th spot. In 6th we got Blake Lisby. Dagan Strickland hold down 7th. Bo Reed hold down 8th. In 9th, we got Joseph Scotto and Jared Cannon rounding out our top 10 here in the 450C. One more time around they go.
It looks like Haynes has just opened that gap enough, I think, to bring it all the way home unscathed as they go around this long left-hand sweeper in the beach sand again. Haynes is going to bring us down to the Rocky Mountain. Still has just about a 3 second, maybe 2.5 second now advantage, but it looks like it's going to be just enough here to hang on.
I believe you are right.
Yeah, he's struggling out of that corner a little bit, but I think as long as he gets through this long right-handed sweeper, he's going to be A-okay. Look at that, riding the rear tire through it, using that outside to inside option, and Mekhi Ulrich is going to fall just short by the time the flag waves here.
So the number 79 of Chase Haynes going to seal the deal and get his first moto win here for the 42nd annual Loretta Lynn's Amateur National Motocross Championship. Mekhi Ulrich getting into that second spot, and we'll see if Zimmerman is able to hang on to the third place position.
Chase Haynes receives a big old hug from somebody right there, maybe his dad, maybe a buddy, but clearly some excited people down there for that race win out of Chase Haynes here in his 450C class.
All right, guys, so that is going to do us for the 450C. That is race number 8. And up next, we got the Open Pro Sport class. Following that will be race number 9, the 250B Limited, and then race 10, the 65cc 10 to 11 Limited. We will have an intermission after that and then kick it back off with race 11, Mini Senior 1, 12 to 14.
There you see our top 10 results. 450C, Chase Haynes, Mekhi Ulrich, Tucker Zimmerman, Dondre Ruse, Reed McCarthy, Blake Lisby, Bo Reed, Dagan Strickland, Joseph Scotto, and Jared Cannon rounding out our top 10 there. 450C, Moto 1 here at the ranch.
And all right, guys, I'm going to jump in from down here at the podium. Hanging out up here, getting the photos, is your winner, the 79 machine, Chase Haynes. You got the job done, man. How you feeling overall? Take us to your first moto.
It feels good to be up here on the podium, but just got a bad gate pick and just did what I could, fought through the pack to get to the front.
You got the bad gate pick, but you've solved that problem, man. You're going to have first gate pick for the second moto. Any big takeaways moving into Moto 2?
No, not really.
Hey, man, when you win, you don't really have to do a whole lot of notes. Just do it again, right? Who do you want to thank for taking you out here and get the job done?
I thank my mom, my dad, my trainer, Caleb, Realty Providers, Fly Racing, Team Green, and everybody else. Thank you.
There you go. Once again, put your hands together. The 450C winner, Chase Haynes, getting the job done. And that was a great ride there from the Kawasaki machine. And next up, we're going to grab second place here in just a second. You can get out of the way. They don't want me in the photo. There you go. Take the photo opportunities. Make the most of it out here. This is worth celebrating. Congratulations. Absolutely. And next up, we're going to have second place make their way up onto the box. Come hang out. Ulrich getting the job done, making it happen as well. And here you go, man. That is all yours. Congratulations. And I got to ask, so it's at 11:30 here, and this is your second time up on the box, man. We asked earlier, you know, you're maybe a little physically depleted. You raced earlier today, but you had that mental advantage. You got to see the track. Do you think it paid off, this being your second time out on track today?
Oh, yeah, for sure. It definitely paid off. The track changed a lot, but there were still some of the lines I was taking in the first moto.
There you go. Now talk about not necessarily a disadvantage, riding that two-stroke out there. You felt like the thing was barking and got the job done, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely harder on the start. That's what killed it, but on the track, the thing just rips.
Hey, clearly it does, man. You ripped your way right up to a silver medal finish. Who do you want to thank for getting the job done here?
Oh, my trainer, Jay, AO Power Sports, Factory Connection, Pro Taper, 7, Lynx Motors, my mom, my dad, 60, and everyone else, thank you.
There you go, guys. Put your hands together, grabbing another medal. Ulrich gets the job done. And that's not too bad. 2 medals before lunchtime. I'd take that any day. And then third place, make your way on up here. All right, I am up here in third place as we hear Pro Sport making their way off to do the sight lap. Tucker Zimmerman, man, you're up here on the box, but it didn't come easy. You had to fight your way up to that podium position. How'd you feel about your first moto?
It went really good, honestly. Just the start. I think I was like 40th. I don't even know. And Just kept pushing, worked my way to front, and just rode smooth.
Overall, what do you think about how the track's developing out here?
Oh, it's getting good. It's got some good braking bumps and stuff, so just see how the rest of the week goes and keep charging.
There you go. You're starting off strong. Who do you want to thank for taking you out here to the ranch?
I want to thank my mom and dad and grandpa. I couldn't do it without them. Triangle Cycles, Scott, Mika Metals, Twin Air, Dunlop, and Trailway Designs, and everyone else. Thank you.
There you go. Put your hands together. That is third place. Tucker Zimmerman getting up here on the box. And we've also, announcer keeps trying to photo bomb here. Zimmerman getting the photos there. And then we got a whole shot award to give away as well. Talon Christie getting the job done. First one around the first turn. And you're going to grab the whole shot award courtesy of Stasic. Man, congratulations. Take us through. You go around the first turn, and you don't have to pull a tear off. Got to feel nice, right?
Yeah, it feels really good. I just clicked up gears really good and looked ahead and ended up coming out front. Really surprised. I feel like I had the speed. I just went down, and my bike was stuck in second gear the rest of the moto, so kind of just rode it out, but we'll come out swinging in the next ones.
Hey, there you go, man. You started it off strong for sure, and I'm sure you'll come out swinging for the second moto. Who do you want to thank for racing out here?
My mom, my dad, CP Racing Team, 195 Motorsports, 110 Racing, Flow Vision, MX Clinic, my brother Tyler, Only Creations, and everybody back at home watching me. Thank you.
There you go, Talon Christie grabbing that Stasic Whole Shot Award there for 450C. That's going to do it from the podium down here. We're going to send it back to the tower. We got Open Pro Sport coming up next.